This is a young girl that a woman carried 9 months in her womb, and this young man planned to useless her life. Watch this video and see things yourself, because the days are evil. Immediately he left, the girl's clothes returned without the girl. And you know what that means. She has been used. Let's continue. And this is a story titled The Ritualist. Within a short time, the mother had a feeling that something has happened to her daughter Chidinma. She rushed out calling her name, but only to see her clothes on the seat while the girl was nowhere to be found. She was shouting her name from one corner to the other, but there was no trace of her. Later that evening, she was seated in the compound, crying and lamenting, crying and calling Chidinma to return back home. Anyone who is a mother can tell the pains she was going through, the pain of losing the only child. As she was lamenting, her neighbor came, the same man that used Chidinma for ritual. He came to sympathize with her over the disappearance of her child. As he was about to leave, the woman called him back and asked him a question that shocked him. The woman asked him if he knew what happened to her daughter Chidinma. He got upset, denying at the same time, and warned the woman not to ask him that kind of question again. After giving the woman the warning, he left in anger. The woman had a conviction in her heart that he was responsible for what happened to Chidinma, but there was no evidence to prove it. Listen very carefully. Here, the woman made us to understand more about Chidinma. Chidinma was a special child from God. The woman was barren for 5 years after her marriage. She did a lot of things to become pregnant, but to no avail. Her husband threw her out and got married to another woman. Before she was thrown out of her husband's house, she promised God that if God gives her a child, she will return the child back to God, just like Hannah promised to give Samuel back to God. When the husband threw her out, she discovered that she was pregnant. She took care of the pregnancy as a single mother, and when the child was born, she took the child to Sisters Convent for her to become a Catholic sister and to serve God all the days of her life. She reminded God that she has fulfilled her own promise, but if God will allow the evil people to take what belongs to God, that she will be okay with that. She told God that he should look for his own because she will no longer cry again. After that, she left. To surprise everyone, she was seen happily dressing up, making herself up to leave for somewhere important to her. Her neighbor saw her looking so happy and less worried about her missing child. This her mood got his neighbor confused and worried. How can someone's only child got missing and she still have the time to apply makeup? The joy in her face got this man confused, and we saw him consulting the spirit, the deity he sacrificed the child to. He was asking the spirit what can make the woman happy in such condition she found herself. The spirit told him that she has no answer to his questions and that his sacrifice did not get to the land of the spirit, and for that reason his request will not be granted. As a confused man, he sat down at a corner thinking about what really happened that made the girl not to get to the land of the spirit, and where could the girl be. As the thought was going on in his mind, the image of the girl appeared. On seeing the image, he got up and ran away. The girl followed him. As he was running away from the compound, Chidinma's mother was coming back from where she went to and saw him running away. She could not understand what or who was after him. She abandoned him as he was running outside the compound. He came back the next day to consult the spirit to ask why the image of Chidinma was after him. He was told that the image he saw was not the image of Chidinma, that his enemies were using the image of the girl to attack him. He asked the spirit, how can someone use the image of a sacrifice given to her to torment him? The spirit reminded him that she did not receive the sacrifice, that he could have checked the background of the girl before using her for sacrifice. The spirit told him that the girl belongs to a higher authority, and for that reason no one has authority over the girl. After that, the spirit left him. His trouble started again. He was running away from the image. He ran into a shop to get water to drink. The young boy at the shop brought water and handed over to him and left. See what happened after that, because there is no peace for the wicked. He ran far away and stopped at another spot to cool off his head, but the evil that men do will always live with them. He ran back home later in the evening, and here he had another encounter. When the tormenting spirit appeared in the image of Chidinma, he went to hide behind a tree, and the next thing, the real Chidinma came out from nowhere to fight the evil spirit that has been using her image. Thank God for the power of God upon Chidinma's life. When the bad image disappeared, the unlucky ritualist ran away. Mama Chidinma had the feeling that something has been going on in the compound. Then she came out to know why her neighbor was running again. There she saw her missing daughter Chidinma standing. Look at him, the unlucky ritualist. This was his first time going into ritual, and he went through all this. Do you think that he will ever go back to ritual again? Please, I want you to use this medium to advise our young men going into morning ritual. Drop your advice for them on the comment section, and please share this video to also get to them. Mortar and smoke. Are you? Listen, I have paid my dues. I have paid my dues. You stop tormenting my life, because I have paid my dues.
You paid your dues with my head. You took a life you cannot make. You've caged me in here for the past 3 years, using me for money rituals. But one thing you do not know is the relationship between the living and the dead. The spirits are stronger than humans.
I don't care. I do not care. Listen, I cannot die now. My time cannot be up now. There are many young guys out there that did something and they've lived many years. My own is just 3 years. I want to take my life. You cannot take my life. I will not die now. Instead of me to die, 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 instead of me to die. Show yourself. Show yourself. Please, I can pay you any amount. Please, just name your price, please.
Do you hear yourself? Can you hear yourself speak? I should name my price. You used me for money ritual. And you want to use that same money to bribe me. How did you sound in your ear? Are you okay? Just look at you. I was a good singer, ready to become famous. I came to your studio instead of you to discover the talent in me and help me bring it out. You make money, I make money, and together we become famous. But no, what did you do? You used me for money ritual. But now you are living large. From sleeping in the studio to entering this beautiful apartment. And you think I will allow you to have peace? No. Now listen, go to your wardrobe and fetch that food you used to feed me. Oh, that fateful day. I was in your studio singing my best song. You went outside to get me that beautiful okwa, nice African food. But I never knew it would be my last meal on earth. Now go there and fetch that food. Now, go! Sit down. Sit. Now listen. You will eat that food for the rest of your life. And it will never finish. You will eat and feel the pains I felt that day in that studio. Now eat that food. Eat, I said. Eat, I said. Eat. Eat it! Eat and feel the pains I felt that day in the studio. Eat! Eat, I said! Eat! Keep eating! Eat! 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 Yes, feel the pains I felt. Feel the pains. This is just the beginning.
House of the Suns Global.
Share this video as I see you tomorrow with another interesting video. Follow this page so that you will not miss our new videos. And don't forget, this is House of the Suns Global. Bye for now.
House of the Suns Global.